back to my channel. Happy New Year, you guys. I cannot believe 2020 is over and now we have 2021 to look forward to. Honestly, I'm very hopeful for this new year. There are a lot of big milestones and life events happening for me in 2021, so I want to go into this year very positive and very hopeful, and I hope you guys are doing the same. And I wanted to start off my first video for 2021 all about goal setting, and also I wanted to share with you guys my personal resolutions for the new year. So hope you guys enjoy watching this video, and let's get started. Okay, so before I dive into my own personal resolutions for 2021, I want to talk a little bit about goal setting. So Morning Brew, which is one of my favorite newsletters of all time, I'll have a link down below if you guys want to go ahead and subscribe. It's completely free. They had a newsletter a few days ago that was dedicated to goal setting, and there were some nuggets of information that I thought was super helpful to think about, and I wanted to share them with you guys. So in this specific newsletter, the writer was talking about how there are really two fundamentals of goal setting. So your goal has to be specific and your goal has to be difficult. And I feel like a majority of people, they kind of understand that, but when it really comes down to analyzing your goals and making sure that they hit these components, you have to make sure you do that carefully. So the first part, specific, if your goal is super broad, like you just want to eat healthier, that might be really hard to actually accomplish. But if your goal is specific, you can kind of hold yourself more accountable. Having specific goals makes it more likely for you to achieve that than having a more vague goal. And the second part is making sure your goal is difficult. And this is really because if you create a goal that is way too difficult and you don't reach it, that can be super discouraging. And then on the other end, if you create a goal that's super easy and you don't really have to work hard for it, it's not as rewarding. And you know, if a goal isn't difficult, there isn't really a point. At the end of the newsletter, there are a ton of resources because there are a million different ways to goal set. You know, I'm sure some of you guys have heard of SMART goal setting. Warren Buffett has this two-list strategy. So there's just a whole bunch of resources, and I'll have them linked down below for you guys if you want to explore and see which method would work best for you. Okay, so now I want to go ahead and get into my own personal resolutions for 2021. The first one, I actually wrote this in all caps, stop stressing out about what ifs. So there's this quote that goes, worrying means you suffer twice. I 100% connect with this quote. And so this is something that I've been struggling with all of my life. Like since I was little, I was such a stress ball. It's emotionally exhausting to think of all the possible ways something might go wrong and not really look forward to something because you're like worried or you can't even enjoy yourself in the moment. So I've really struggled with this all of my life. But I've never made this into a New Year's resolution because I guess this is more of like something I don't want to do for the new year, where most people think about things they want to do in the new year. So I want to cut it out. I know it's going to be difficult because this is just how I've been for so much of my life, but I really want to make an active effort to not worry and just see what happens and deal with that issue then. So that's my first resolution. My second one is really important, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to this, but it's to give myself credit for my hard work instead of downplaying my accomplishments. And another quote I want to share with you guys, as you can tell, I love quotes, but this quote goes, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. I've worked so hard my whole life in college, in high school, just, you know, I've worked hard, and I feel like a lot of the times when my hard work actually pays off, for example, I get a really cool internship or a really cool opportunity, I kind of chalk it up to like, oh, like, wow, I'm really lucky. But I have to remember that it's not just luck. Like, I worked really hard for those accomplishments. So I want to work on giving myself more credit. And I think this will really help with my mental health because there is a lot of pressure that I put on myself, and it's really not healthy. And I want to make sure that I'm practicing being there for myself next year. So that I would share that one as well. Another one, I know this is a resolution that a lot of people have, and again, it's just something that you have to be very intentional about, so I'm really hoping I can do that this year. But it's basically to live in the present and practice gratitude. Again, I always have this mindset of whenever I'm doing something, I'm always thinking about like, what's the next thing I have to do, or thinking about like my entire week and how to plan everything out. I really want to live more in the present and kind of go with the flow more. I think that would honestly really help with my mental health, and that's going to be my primary focus for 2021, figuring out ways that I can be kinder to myself and support myself a little bit more. So yeah, definitely just giving all of my attention to what's happening in the moment. I want to enjoy life. I want, you know, to really be there for these important events, for the important people in my life, instead of just always spiraling in a million thoughts at a time. My next one is to set up boundaries with people I love. And this one is going to be pretty challenging for me because I feel like I'm a very giving person. Whenever someone asks me for help or asks me for some time, I kind of drop whatever I'm doing and help that person out. And this is especially true with the people that I love, so my family and my close friends. But I want to make sure that I'm being more vocal and being more communicative about my needs. So if there's something that I need to do for myself, I want to be able to communicate like, hey, I would love to help you with this and do this for you, but I need to do this first. Can you wait a little bit? Instead of, you know, always dropping whatever I'm doing and putting myself in the situations where at the end I don't feel super great. So another thing that I want to work on, this one's a YouTube one. I want to be more consistent with my content. YouTube truly brings me joy. I love creating videos, thinking about ideas, putting together the content. I love all of it. So I want to be more consistent, and I want to post a video at least once a week on this channel. I'm thinking Sundays might be the best day, just because I'll have the weekend to edit, and usually I don't have a lot going on during the weekends in terms of like lectures and club commitments and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to be creating more content for you guys this year. I think it will also, you know, this kind of hobby turn into passion. I'm really excited to see where my channel goes and what I can accomplish here on YouTube. So I'm super excited, and for everyone that's been supporting me so far, thank you so much. It honestly means the world to me, so thank you. Okay, so you know when quarantine started, everyone was like, okay, we're going to be cooking a lot more. I was one of those people. I don't know how to cook. I, you know, make the most easy recipes possible. I eat out a lot, and I want to cook more often because cooking is fun. Just because I suck at it doesn't mean I can't get better, you know? So I have a few more like specific goals I want to do. I want to limit takeout to twice a week. So that I feel like that's going to be difficult for me because I eat out a lot, but limiting my takeout to twice a week means the other times I can't starve. I have to cook for myself. So I'm hoping that will incentivize me, but also I want to do my part and support local businesses. So for one of those 2 times at least, I don't want to go to a chain or a super big restaurant. I want to make sure that I am supporting a local business. The last resolution I want to share with you guys, I want to take care of my body more and take care of my mental health, like I mentioned. And I think an important component of me achieving this goal is finding fun ways to work out. I don't like running. I've tried to like running for so many years, and I just don't connect with it. I don't like it. I don't have fun. I dread running. So this year I've been testing out a few different activities and figuring out what actually brings me joy, and I've found out that dancing, tennis, those activities, I burn so many calories, but I'm having so much fun that it doesn't feel like a workout. So I want to try new ways to work out in 2021 and really find different workouts that I actually have tons of fun doing and implement them so that they are a normal, consistent part of my routine. What I'm doing to start out right now is for a minimum of 30 minutes a day, I'm going to force myself to get out of my chair because I'm constantly just at my desk on my computer, which is not healthy, and just move for 30 minutes. So I have a really nice trail right by my apartment. A quick 30-minute walk, or if I want to just do abs on my living room floor for 30 minutes, I want to make sure that I am moving. So those are all of the resolutions that I wanted to share with you guys. Hopefully they were a little bit more insightful and you guys got to know me a little bit better. But also, if you've already created your resolutions, maybe motivate you to add something to your list. Again, I would love to hear what your resolutions are. So if you want to leave them down below in the comment, you know, we can support each other. But yeah, again, I appreciate you guys so much. I'm really excited to be posting on here a lot more. Fingers crossed for at least once a week. But yeah, I love you guys, and I will see you in a video very soon. Bye!